Children, welcome to the biology class. Children, can you see here what are these minute structures? There are colorful different structures, right? So what are the structures? Some are round, spherical, some are having some cylindrical structures, some are tubular structures, some are like a pyramid, and some are like a cactus, and some are like a without shape. So some are spiral. So what are all these structures? So what are these different structures? So look at this picture. Have you seen these organisms before? I think probably not, because these are small minute organisms called microorganisms. What are these, children? These are microorganisms. So microorganisms. What are micro? Means small organisms, living creatures. So we are going to discuss about the next chapter, life under a microscope. So in this chapter you will study about the microorganisms, unicellular and multicellular organisms and their examples. So here, these organisms are too small so that we cannot see with our naked eye. So the pictures shown here were taken with the help of an instrument. So here we can see the various types of shapes. But how they have taken this picture? With the help of microscope. So what is it is? What it is? Microscope. It is an instrument to see the small minute things which cannot see with our eye. So organisms that are too small that we see through the naked eye are called microorganisms or microbes. Micro means very small. Microorganisms can be found in variety of places, including inhospitable ones like hot springs and icy polar regions. Inhospitable means where we cannot live. Microorganisms, those are living organisms around us that normally cannot seen with the naked eyes, are known as microorganisms. And the air around us, the clothes we wear, and even our bodies contain several microorganisms. So in this chapter we will discuss some common microorganisms, how they are useful and harmful to human beings. So we also discuss what are the necessary conditions for the growth of these microorganisms, and how they prevent the infections and spoilage of food. So we'll start learning about this. So children, Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Antony von Leeuwenhoek. He was a Dutch scientist. He was the first to observe microorganisms by using the newly invented microscope. So he used the term animalcules. That means cules meaning organisms. Animalcules. That means animal organisms. For the microbes, he named it as animalcules. And he observed in the pond water, rainwater, and the human saliva, and in sewage also. These microorganisms are classified into 4 major groups, that is bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. These microorganisms are classified into 2 types, that is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular organisms are having only one cell, that is they are having only one cell, one cellular cell. Having one cell organisms are unicellular organisms. So chlorella has been used in the space capsules to purify air and to recycle human fecus and urine to develop regenerate to for the supporting system. So chlorella is also one algae, unicellular green algae. So it has some useful to the human beings. It is stagnant in water and in soils rich in organic matter. It is a small and it is used in the recycling of human fecals. So this is about the unicellular organisms having only one cell. So first we have algae. So algae means singular. Algae means simple plants that grow in a variety of environment. Algae means what? Plants that grow in a variety of environments. They vary greatly in size. Some are too small and some are very big, group together, and hundreds of them can fit on a head of a pin. That means you can imagine how small they are. Whereas some are seaweeds can be very large. For example, Corolla, Chlamydomonas, Desmidas, diatoms are few examples of algae. So algae are chlorophyll bearing, because algae, if you look outside when it is heavily rain continuously, you can see that algae on the top of water, and even on the sand also you can observe. So algae are chlorophyll bearing, simple, pallid, that is undifferentiated and lack of vascular tissue, and are autotrophic. Autotrophic means they can prepare their own food materials. So mostly they are aquatic. So they can live in both fresh water and marine water. So other habitats like moist stones, soils, wood association with fungi, lichens, and animals and sloth bear means which are having mucus on their bodies. So those where we can find the algae. So in the algae, the reproduction is vegetative, that is fragmentation, and asexual. Some they develop through the spores. And in Chlamydomonas, they develop the gametes that are isogamous, means same gametes, and ansiogamous or oogamous, as in volvox and fucus. So they are generally one-celled without any sterile jacket. Here you can see the chlorella, which is a spindle-shaped, and Chlamydomonas. So these can be seen under the microscope. That is electron microscope. See the Chlamydomonas and chlorella, which are green color. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular green algae found in stagnant water, that is ponds and ditches. It is spherical or oval in shape, and it has a thin cell wall. It has a thin cell wall with a single large cup-shaped chloroplast which surrounds the nucleus. It has a cell organelles, and it contains pyrenoid, which is a store of food serve. So pyrenoid is what? Which stores the food. And then it contains mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, flagella, and contractile vacuoles. When this organism is mature, it releases 2 to 8 daughter cells. These daughter cells are grown into new cells. And this is having a flagellum, which is a whip-like structures. 2 long flagellas are there. Single is flagellum and plural we call flagella. These 2 structures which helps the this organism to swim in water. Next is diatoms. They are unicellular and photosynthetic. They have a glass-like outer shell. Some have phasellum. When diatoms die, the glass-like material collects at the bottom of the ocean called diatomous earth. These are algae with yellow-brown chloroplast. They occur almost everywhere, that is fresh, salt, damp soil, on the walls, rocky cliffs, old buildings, bark of the trees. That some yellow color will be, that grayish color things will be seen in the moist. Those are nothing but diatoms. It consists of overlapping halves in the cell wall called the valves. So we may say that diatoms live in glass houses. This is because their walls are made up of silica, which is an ingredient of glass. So diatoms have appropriately named as jewels of plant world because they look like a silica. So reproduction mostly takes place by the cell division. So this is about the algae, so which is one category of microorganisms. Okay children, tomorrow we'll discuss about fungus.